Hello and welcome to Webster Plays Games. Well, we've done it. It's done. The storage solution is built. So over here we have officially more storage than we're ever likely to need. It's just the reserve storage, so it's still going to be quite efficient with where all our main stuff is. But over here, masses of large warehouses and just a few of these stuck on top for good measure. We've got storage for things we're not even making yet, but that'll come soon. Also managed to stick a little medium tank down here for some bonus maple syrup. I had intended, I'd gone back and stuck a load of platforms in, so every second layer was a platform, and my intention was to have a medium tank on every platform. Turns out it won't fit. You need a gap of 3, not 2, to be able to do that. So I can't, but that was the plan. I should have probably tested it before letting them build it all. But if we get a medium tank, it just doesn't fit. It's a little bit irritating, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. We do need to give them a way to build this up top because they can't reach this. So they've gone up as far upwards as they can. But this will certainly rarely needed when we decide we're doing the wonder. So we could potentially worry about that when the time comes. Yeah, let them finish these two here. So we've got, that's going to be biofuel, that's going to be extract. Already filling up the water one. Made me slightly nervous when I glanced up and saw that we weren't full of water, and then realised that's because we just built a load more storage. So what else have I got on the go? Because I did carry on playing a little while after yesterday's stream. Just because we had a lot of things building, so I thought I'd get ahead of it, ready for the next stream. So I'm just filling out this here, square off the potato field. Not entirely sure why I didn't go right up to the edge. I clearly got my head into the oh, let's make it square, and decided not to fill it up, but we'll do that. Got to the point where we're emptying out these warehouses because we've got grilled potatoes and carrots, and they're all miles away from the housing anyway. So we'll get these emptied out, get all the storage in there, and then we can either reallocate the warehouses or clear up the space, get some more wheat in. We haven't got, obviously this doesn't include any large piles or underground piles, which I'm kind of okay with, because things like planks and treated planks and logs, they're often better stored really close to where they're being used, because food's just like in case of emergency a lot of the time. So large piles, well, specifically underground piles, because you can build large piles wherever you want, but underground piles have to be built on ground. And I think we've mostly been building underground piles now. We're at that point of the game. Yeah, so I'll let them start running so they can get on with emptying these. And then we've got to think about what comes next. Probably tell by the title. Probably bots. So a lot of the things we've got to do. I've got a freshwater source here, which is kind of being wasted because of the bad tides. This is always a bit polluted. So we probably need to do a bit of plumbing around here. Which I use terrain blocks for that kind of thing, because it just feels like an absolute waste of logs to be doing like 12 logs per levy. And once you've got your dirt and you're producing dirt, you've got infinite dirt from that hole. But trees, there's always replanting, growing, replanting. It just takes up so much land. I just prefer to use dirt. Yeah, so that's quite a lot of work. We've got to decide what's happening over here with this, because we've got a big hole in the ground that we could potentially use for something. We've got a similar situation here where we've got freshwater source, but we can't really utilise it because of the bad tide. So again, this is our bad water drain from the other area. So we need to put a load of plumbing in to be separating out the good and bad water. We've got all this fresh water over here, which is protected, and it's only ever fresh water, which we're making no use of whatsoever. bad water, which we don't need. Oh, and also over here, we've got a second mine, which we'll probably need. But yeah, I'm hoping now these are done, we can resolve our plank situation, which is not fantastic. I made a excuse me. I made a slight mistake last stream, insofar as I wasn't especially happy with the amount of scrap metal we were producing. So just without really thinking, ramped up the number of workers, which worked. We've got plenty of scrap metal now. No planks and no treated planks, because getting scrap metal requires gears and treated planks. So all that happened was we got loads of scrap metal but burned through all our treated planks. Oops. Tasty beverage. Okay, so is this empty? No! Why are you not empty? Have I filled this up already? Oh, this is fun. This is going to be the slight issue. I think I might be as well just going over here and using the... just trying to see what the levels are in the... So if we go to large warehouse... Carrots. No, it's not full by any stretch of the imagination. So why are they not emptying? Oh, I imagine it's purely because I'm sat on some... Oops. The slowest speed, which will take forever. See, so that's empty. Get rid of that. Plant some more wheat, because obviously one of those large warehouses is wheat. I've got some daffodils here, which I planted in a dandelions rather, which I planted in a little bit of a panic when I thought we were going to be getting contaminated beavers. Then realised I didn't need it. Never put down a gatherer flag, so it's just been sat there. So we can clear those. Come and clear this one, please, because I can get wheat in there. Ah, there we go. Now I've speeded it up a bit. All the carrots have gone. Good work, chaps. Get some more wheat planted. Lovely stuff. What's this? Okay, wheat flour. Why didn't I set that to empty? Because past me decided not to empty the bread and the wheat flour and the potatoes and the grilled potatoes. And I don't know why. Because my bakery that's doing the bread is all the way over here anyway. So this is arguably closer. Is it because my grist mill was there? Did I think I needed something close to my grist mill? So if I set this to supply... Pretty sure I allocated a large warehouse to paper. I wish this view had sorting, but yeah. Okay, so we don't need this anymore, because that was only temporary anyway to move it out of the way, so we'll empty that. As much as I'm clearing all this out, we'll take a view on efficiency afterwards. And if it seems like I've got rid of things where really it was better having something a bit closer, we'll just rebuild it in a more sensible place. So get rid of that. How's this going on over here? Oh, excellent, making short work of this. I've currently paused one of my dirt excavators because we're not using loads of dirt. And I just had so many injured beavers, it wasn't practical. And the best way to stop your beavers getting injured? Robots. It's probably time to start doing that. I mean, just here, we have got a refinery already stockpiling some biofuel. That's extract. Where did I build my biofuel? I didn't build any biofuel storage. I think I was waiting to get some of these out of the way before I started doing that. Yeah, we'll give myself a little bit of credit and say that I planned ahead. and was just wanting to clear some space before I started. Do we need this path just here? Yeah, probably. We'll keep that there for now. Oop, stick that in there. Set that to biofuel so we don't forget and just have it sat there forever not doing anything. How are we doing? Did I not set any of my new warehouses to Splatterdock? Let's go and see. I must have doubled some up. Because when I'd finished allocating everything, I had a few empty ones, which I wasn't expecting. So I just stuck any old thing in there. Yeah, I've got 2 grilled Splatterdock and no Splatterdock. And we're nearly full. Wait a minute, they're not in the same place, are they? No, that's the one that's near the housing, and that's the one that's long-term storage. Okay. So we had 2 carrots near the houses in the long-term storage. I'm not organised enough to be doing this kind of thing. Grilled potatoes, maple pastries. I'm going to change this one over to Splatterdock for now, because best will in the world, there's no way I'm getting 1200 maple pastries yet. They're just too tasty, they eat them all, and we're not even making any yet, so we'll use that for Splatterdock. See how that builds up, because we are growing Splatterdock just in this area, and we are also using it for biofuel now. Once this is built. We're still not great for planks. I think it's fair to say you can never have too many planks. We've got 6 lumber mills on the go right now. Productivity 51%. I think what we need is more haulers. Because if that productivity is that low, that means Kezoko is spending all his time running backwards and forwards getting logs. So let's get some more haulers in. Get a hauling post in. Do I want it there? No, it doesn't need power. It doesn't need to be anywhere it's going to be getting in the way of someone getting power. Stick it over here so there's still space to get around the outside. Bang up the workers in there. I'll set the priority down for the workplace priority down a little bit. Just so if we're running short somewhere important, we take away from haulers before we take away anywhere else. We've got 19 beavers, 4 incapacitated, and 10 kids. So it'll probably be alright for now. Oh, that's why I didn't fill that in. Because I checked and the farms can't reach. Yeah. Oops, wrong menu. There we go. Get rid of that. Probably ought to start looking after our beavers a little bit better. It's always important to maintain a healthy beaver. We haven't even built any showers yet. That's how frantic the entire "we need to stay alive" aspect of the game has been to this point. How deep's the water? Oh god, that's miles away. Yeah, don't put a shower in there. These things... oh, come on. Oh, bulletin poles, 20 planks. Come on. Let's get a bulletin pole in then. We'll get it up here, where they can see it. Get some nice shrubs in. Get some lights in. I'm very aware I'm putting these somewhere that no one ever comes, so they're not going to see the benefit. I've changed my mind because that's a waste of everything. So what I will do is I'm going to get rid of that pump and those 2 water barrels. And then what I was about to do there, I'll do here instead, because we've always got people travelling up and down this path. So they'll actually feel the benefit. we should get some small barrels in here. And I'm going to put, planning ahead, I'm going to put biofuel in one of them and catalyst in the other. Just so we've got somewhere for a bot to nip in, as and when we've got bots. Okay, so where do we want to be building our bots? Just going to remind ourselves what the buildings are like. So the bot part factory, we're going to want 3 of these, because we're going to be building 3 bot part factories and 2 bot assemblers, and then it all kind of keeps itself in balance. Is the door? Yeah, the door's on the ground level. I couldn't remember if it was on like the second level, the same as the lodges. So I wondered if we're going to have to dig a hole to put it in, just to save on platforms, but we do not. We need power to these, so we want it somewhere convenient. Oh, there's something I want to do just for the sake of doing it. There's no benefit to it at all. But I've had power coming up underneath buildings before. To, you know, just to, like here. So underneath that platform is the power bridging from here to here, going down, across and up. I've never tried to go in through the roof before. Let's see if that's doable. I mean, we should be able to tell, because if I put that in, I'm going to pause it for a second, because if I go to set the power on top, we ought to be able to see the little blue cog. Yes! You can go in through the roof. Now that being said, do I want to go in through the roof, or do I just want to build another bot part factory on top of it, because then it will share it with the buildings anyway? But then I've got all the infrastructure of getting up there, and I generally build my assemblers on top of the factories anyway, so I should put that in there. Because, just for the moment, I don't want them building it, because we need to fill out this bit of land. Click. Lovely. Okay. Science, bot part factory, get that in there. Okay, so bot chassis, bot limbs, bot heads. And just to future-proof a little bit, we'll put that in there just so we've got a path to get around if we need it. Come along with our... I'm going to put the assemblers in, but I'm not going to rush to... Oh, if I build it... My thought process here is I would like to stockpile some bot bits before we start building bots. Some bot bits for when we're building bots, so that any delay with these doesn't actually delay bot production. Because once you start building bots with like the 3 factories and the 2 assemblers, it does kind of hold it all in equal. It's quite well balanced. Stefan aka Woody in chat. Good morning. Hope you're alright this morning. Join us on Beaverome, which turns out to be quite a challenging map, more so than we were expecting. Bicycle 48 on any other map, we've usually got a wonder in. By now we're just starting on bots, because we had such an aggressive bad water situation that we had to build all this before we were ready to build it, and it really delayed us. But we're on track now. We've got a stable colony, and we can start actually ramping up to mega projects that we can afford to do rather than scrimping and scraping. Okay, so what do we need nearby for these? Planks, gears, metal blocks. Planks, gears, metal blocks. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. That's what it takes to build it, not what it takes to build the bots. Planks, metal bars, biofuel, gears. Okay. So keeping them nearby. Planks, metal bars, gears. And where did we put biofuel? And we've got biofuel here, that's probably close enough, we don't need to be doubling up for the sake of it. And as soon as I say that, I'm going to stick a couple of little... These are two purpose really, just so there's something really close for when they're building, but also because I intend to have bots. The first bots we get will be put in this area, so just get them. I meant to put catalyst in that one, just so they don't have to go far to refuel. So planks, metal bars, and gears. As if we're ever going to have enough gears. Might have to set those to obtain, so they've got any hope of actually getting anything in them. Because as we've just massively increased our storage over here, we've just our pit of warehouses. And we're going to be in a funny situation with distributing for a while, as they desperately try and fill up all the available storage. Bloop, bloop. Well, I don't like that, but I've done it now, so I'm going to leave it. Should have just built them on the path. There's no need to set them back like that, but I've done it, and we're sticking with it. Oh, and of course, what I'm also going to need is some actual storage for the bits we're making. So we're going to need 3 warehouses. Just medium warehouses will be fine. I like having a bit of a buffer, but not mental. Stick them down here. It's way further away than they need to be. Way further away. Put them here. And we might even treat them to an alternate route down. Just so this guy doesn't have to be all like whoop all the way around. So we should probably have more storage for limbs than we... Oh, that's gears. I'm going to change this one to gears and this one to limbs. Yeah, we should probably have more limb storage than we've got the other 2 storage, because it's 4 limbs, 1 head, 1 chassis. How much stockpiling do I want to do? No, warehouses are cheap. See, I've just realised I could have them right outside the door. Okay. So, limbs, head, chassis. I'm going to get rid of that one altogether. I'm going to get rid of that one altogether. Absolute indecision. There we go. Right, limbs, chassis, head, gears, blocks and planks. And then we've got a biofuel up there, so we're going to be set. How are we doing for people? 17 injured now. You turn your back for 2 seconds. Right, that's it. We need some more beavers. Just to have the buffer for when they just get injured. The problem for now won't be a problem once we've got bots doing this dangerous jobs, but we have not got bots doing the dangerous jobs yet. How many more do we want? And where are we going to put them? It is getting a little bit crowded up here in Bot City. Okay, we'll clear some of this out. Actually, instead of... Okay, I was going to put 2s and just go straight down so we could get the double lodge at ground level. But if I do that, they'll never be able to reach those, so we'll just take our time with it, it'll be fine. Get a bit of priority on these, because we can get the new kits born and growing up in plenty of time. Guys, priority on these? Anybody? No, that's fine. Treated planks, how are we doing for treated planks? Okay, it is crawling back up after we've burned through them all. When our planks recover, and our normal planks recover a little bit, it will probably be worth getting another wood workshop in for treated planks. But our planks are not recovering like I would expect. I did think that once we had completed, where is it? Once we completed all this, which 8 planks for breakfast, we would start seeing them build up pretty quick. But they're not. They're probably going back to gears and treated planks, which were a little bit starved for them before. Oh, good job, guys. Now just blow one further down. Oh, we've got a nice space there for a triple lodge. Yes, I think we'll go a triple lodge there. Get rid of that little corner. Maybe give them a beaver statue and a contemplation spot. And for a little bit to help creep the well-being up. Click. Come on, let's get the explosives in. It's always night time in Beaverome. How are we doing? Any sign of any bot parts yet? No. See, I'm going to have to go and check on them now, because the fact there's nothing yet. I keep spinning my map around too much, I'm completely losing track of where I am. Oh, because I didn't put any power in. I went to all the trouble to check that we could get power to them. Checked we could do it. Didn't do it. So we are going to need a vertical shaft. And then a vertical to horizontal. And we're going to need a way to get in there. So we'll just slow down a little bit while we're doing this, because we are going to cut off part of the colony. Okay. Don't know why I deleted those stairs. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's because it wasn't worth. It's not why I deleted the stairs, but because I'm going to want to be able to get across the front here to get to the bot assemblers. But for now, we'll just put them a little path, make sure they can reach this. And then get down the other side. That's unfortunate. Oh well. Oh, this is absolute chaos. Because now I'm going to come down here and cut this corner off. So I'm going to have to... I'm going to rethink this a little bit because that's just irritating. What a horrific waste of planks for a time that we're short on planks. But we are where we are. Good grief. Yeah, I'm a little bit embarrassed by that, but once it's built, it'll just look like an exciting piece of infrastructure. It'll be fine. All of that just to get down to... oh, if I don't put that path in, that's not going to work very well, is it? And they could get down that way anyway. Oh, for goodness sake, I haven't put any way down to ground level. So I've allowed them to get all the way down here, and then after saying that I made that loop to make it more efficient. Guys, it's early in the morning. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Right, I'm going to pause it while I think about this, because it's twisty and windy, and I've made it way, way worse than it needed to be. Just have to don't get rid of all of that. But okay, so we definitely need to be able to get to there. But then our main focus shouldn't be getting down here, it should be getting down here. So we'll put that in. Okay. See, how much better is that? Good grief, I made that look like hard work. Goodness sake. Right, now we need them to come and actually build it. Although to be fair, it's only really that ladder that's... Yeah, these kind of don't need to be because they can get down there without them. Right. Let's go. Did that explosive get laid? It did. Oh, start of a drought, but it's been a little while since we've had to worry about that. Housing, triple lodge, in. Goodness sake. Don't just prioritise it. I'm getting into the habit of just prioritising everything. No reason at all. It's from when we had the major projects going. You kind of had to prioritise little bits to get them done. Because obviously they build in the order you lay things down. There we go. Right. That's that. Should probably get some rooftops on some of these houses at some point. What we're doing over here, water. Yeah, water at 2.7. Keep an eye on that because we haven't built any new pumps for a while. So we need to make sure we're staying on top of the water situation. Don't let it creep away from us. 2.8. Okay, so it's trending upwards in the short term. Just keep an eye on that. Remember 2.8. Right. How's this going? That's done. Nice one. And the power is in. So when it isn't night time, because it's always night time, we'll see these start happening. Lovely stuff. And when it comes to build these, what we're going to need? Cogs, metal, and of course 100 planks. So we're going to want a couple of 100 planks to build those. We haven't got any planks, so I think they can probably wait. Especially as we're now going to be eating into the planks, building our bot components. It's a balance because you need to be able to afford to build bots, but then once you can build bots, you then become more resource rich because you're producing them all the time. It's always fun when you're highly dependent on bots and then realise you've undercooked your biofuel. So all of a sudden no jobs are getting done because all your bots run out of fuel, including making the fuel, because you always set your bots to make the fuel. Things stall a little bit at that point, but it's generally recoverable. Okay, so how are we doing with potatoes? Oh, we're getting tons of potatoes. How are we doing with Spadadoc? We're doing okay with Spadadoc, considering this is our only Spadadoc farm at the moment. Our cattail. We're getting the cattail roots. We're not getting a cattail flour yet because I've not built a grist mill for them. So that should probably be next on the list. Make sure we maintain that food variety. So obviously the more the variety they've got, the less of one thing they eat, so it becomes easier. You can increase your supply of certain foods without planting or producing anymore, just because you've got a larger variety. Have I left myself anywhere with access to power? We'll build a path around here and just build it next to the existing grist mill, I think. Is that going to be space? No, that's only 2x2. So we're going to have to expand that out a little bit, which is fine. Making short work of that, because obviously we're on the doorstep of the dirt extractors. Come on, good lad. Okay, food, grist mill. Oh look, 20 planks. Cattail flower, cattail flower. How are we doing here? Look, we've got a chassis, we've got 6 limbs, which is good for 1.5 bots. We haven't got a head yet. What's going on with the head situation? Planks. Just waiting for the planks. Yeah, I think we are going to have to ramp up plank production. We're kind of planning to wait for the bots to do that. But our trees is holding reasonably steady. And almost everything, like pretty much everything, is just waiting for planks. So we can't sleep on planks really. I was waiting to see if stopping building those warehouses had a significant impact on our plank consumption. But not as much as I would like, because everything else that was desperate for the planks just swallowed up all the new availability. How much storage have we got for grilled potatoes? Good grief. You could probably argue we don't need those grilled potatoes there, but as we've got them, we'll leave them there. That's these back in. Right. We have got workplaces without beavers, but we've got 14 kids on the way and 21 incapacitated. That is the main reason I want the bots. Because for goodness sake, let's get some emergency medical beds in. Just where we've got space. I was going to prioritise those, but they're onto them already, so there's clearly no need to be prioritising those. Cattail flower is on the go. Have we got storage for the cattail flower? Storage for the roots? Yeah, we gave it at one of the warehouses in our new base. We should probably get... Okay. This one here that's sat empty. We shall hand that... Oh, actually. I wanted that, didn't I? I was going to take this away, but I think I want that for the... So it's proximity to the new refinery that we're going to build. Wheat, flour, bread. I am going to put this... cattail flower. We'll have to wait for those potatoes to go, the grilled potatoes to go, and we haven't actually got anywhere to put them, so it might take a little while. But we're not desperate for it, and I think it will take care of itself ultimately. I think. Okay, we'll pretend that's not happening, and then it'll be sorted by the time I remember to go and check it. So, bots, we've got a couple of heads, got some chassis, got some things. How's our planks? I mean, it's not 0. That's always a reassuring thing. Got plenty of bad water. How many people we've got in the bad water pool? Reduce that a little bit. And we'll keep an eye on it. It's just I don't want them down there getting injured if we're absolutely fine for bad water, which we are. Dynamite. I was thinking about increasing our dynamite supply, but we'll leave that for now until we've got some bots working in the explosive factory, because that's another one that gives you quite a lot of injuries. Good stuff. Anywhere we could be improving anything. These chestnuts we planted last stream are now producing chestnuts. Lovely. So where are we on our chestnut situation? Presumably they've only just started producing it, because otherwise I'm very disappointed with our chestnut situation. Perhaps it's just a little bit much for one gatherer's flag. We will give him some help. Because this one, that's not even full. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that, and if some of these trees don't start clearing, perhaps we'll drop another gatherer in. I'm not super clear on how efficient these gatherers are for chestnuts. I know that when it was just these few here, he was stripping them bare, but perhaps he was already at his limit, so he can't keep up with the new ones. We're running out of anything other than planks. And sunflower seeds, but we're not really growing any, and you always seem to be running out of sunflower seeds. More berries than anyone's ever going to need. Cool. Think. How are we doing for wheat? We're definitely in the positive for the wheat. Perhaps just for the sake of neatness, we could square off this farm a little bit and get a few extra in here. How are we doing for extract before I start spending it on this? Yeah, we're good for extract. Just square off some of these fields. But they can't reach all the way over here. They cannot, so we'll put a temporary road in. And if we're squaring it to there, we might as well square it to here. And if we're squaring it to here, we might as well square it to here. Where do we stop? Get rid of those. And now I'm going to have to prioritise these because otherwise we'll never do it. And clearing resources seems to be the absolute bottom of the list. It's times like this that dev mode 30 times speed looks really attractive. But I've never dipped into dev mode yet, and I'm not starting now. Mate, what are you doing? You've not even been to bed yet. Wait, where are you going? Oh, bless you. Is that working all night to get this out here? God, starving and dehydrated. It just amuses me how a beaver can be dehydrated underwater. It's like, just open your mouth, dude. Get some extra carrots in here. I mean, this is all very much just tidying things up. We don't need the extra food at the moment, but get it planted, get it future-proofed a little bit. To be honest, it's just nice to get a few quick wins. Remember, all these streams are archived onto the YouTube channel, where they exist in perpetuity. I don't edit them or anything, I'll just export them straight out. Because at the moment, Twitch will delete this after 7 days. So it's just nice to have them somewhere, so that in a couple of years I can go back, look at them and just be thoroughly embarrassed by them. I think ultimately I will start producing more edited content, but at the moment I can afford a couple of hours a day streaming with like a little bit of extra time doing thumbnails and the process to get them on YouTube, which is relatively quick. I might start editing them down, because Timberborn, I love playing Timberborn, but there are large periods of waiting for things to happen, which isn't always fantastic. I think that's why it doesn't get a ton of love on streaming. Wheat. Get some more potatoes in. Get some carrots. See, I've got myself into a situation now where I'm going to have to build some infrastructure for them to be able to get up there. And if I'm building that, then I'm probably going to take advantage of the fact I'm up there to bring more of this down than I was planning to. Might as well while I'm up there. So we shall pop some singles in here to flatten this out. And then double all the way up to the edge there. How are we doing for planks while I've been messing? Oh, see, that's going up now. That's reassuring. Treated planks, not really. And I don't... Oh, yeah, of course, we're continually using them in the mine. So treated planks are now a consumable, which is unfortunate. How's our pine resin? I think, yeah, that is going up. But slowly. So we'll have to... Because we haven't actually planted really any additional pine. Because all this area was pine when we started. So all our pine resin is literally coming from these two areas. Oh, well that answers that question. I put these... Where did these die from? Huh. Yeah, I put these contamination barriers in, but I wasn't entirely convinced that they were going to protect because of these corner bits. And they did not. So we've lost less than we were doing, I think. I don't know if any contamination comes in through this back wall when this is draining. But it's entirely possible that just wasn't a very good place to plant trees. But yeah, anyway. We're getting all our pine resin just from these pines, which probably isn't enough. So we're going to need some kind of resin farm going forward. But we'll keep an eye on this, just over 300. How are we going? Okay, so that's in. Just waiting for a builder to start in the morning, whatever time they decide to turn up. This absolutely mental plinth here that exists just to have maple syrup on the top. Is it maple syrup? Yeah, it is. Not sure why I thought there was some kind of processing involved to get maple syrup. I didn't realise it came out of the tree as maple syrup. Not in real life, not in just Timberborn. Get rid of that. And just fill that last one in. Plant some more wheat. How's the chestnut situation? We need another gatherer, don't we? That gatherer is not coping on their own. We'll put one over here once we've flattened this. Oh, that's a different level. I might blast down one, put some stairs in, and then put a gatherer up here so we can be getting down to them. So get rid of that. So we need to go down one level. We're going to need space for stairs and to get off the stairs. Oh, that's okay, we can do it with one, we'll just point the stairs in the other direction. I'm literally just having a conversation with myself in my head now. That's fine, it's going better than most of them usually do. There we go. It's night time again. Always night time. So if you're enjoying this to any level, or even if you think you can just bear to get sort of a notification, if you want to follow or like or subscribe or comment or just some level of engagement, it goes a long way. Because obviously on Twitch, you need a certain level of engagement to be able to access certain things. So even if it's just for that, really. It would be nice if you like watching, or if you just want to help me out, that'd be great. So get those stairs in there. And if I just stick the gatherer in here, where's he going to be able to reach? I can't see because of the trees. No, because the ladder isn't built yet as well. That's annoying. It looks like he... Why wouldn't he go down the stairs? Have I done something wrong here? Because it kind of made it look like... Oh my god, can I make trees invisible? No. That's not too high, is it? Is that just one high? Where's my... You know, if I've got to delete this tree just so I can see what's happening, I'm going to be furious. What if I put a wood guy? Will that give me some kind of... Okay. So 1, 2... Oh, goodness me, it's a drop of 2. I thought it was a drop of 1, but it was a drop of 2. This is an important lesson to learn in life. Quite often, if something looks like it's not working, it's probably you. So as soon as I thought, hey, that range thing suddenly isn't working, it's much more likely it's my interpretation of something that's happening than the range tool randomly not working. So yeah, we've got to go down further than I thought we had to get to the bottom of these trees. I thought they're only one high, but they're not the two. Absolute buffoon. How's everything else going? Biofuel, extract, water. Catalyst isn't anywhere because we're not making any catalyst. What is catalyst again? Science. Is that a refinery? So 1 maple, 1 extract is 3 catalyst. We can afford to start doing that. We have both of those things, and we have plenty of both of those things. So, where should we put this? Feels like it would be at home. I don't think I ever even built that other refinery of potatoes that I said I was going to do. So this poor Spadadoc guy is just going alone. Flip. Boop. Flip. Get that in there. You are going to be biofuel potatoes. You are going to be catalyst. I very, very rarely do biofuel carrots because the beavers seem to love carrots. So it's kind of a struggle to stay on top of the carrot situation as it is. Okay, so we've got 5 beavers. Still got 10 incapacitated, but that's significantly better than 21. And we've got 10 kits coming up. So we'll be able to populate the refineries. Which are in already. I was looking for the building site and I couldn't see it because I've already done it. So extract maple syrup. So by the time we've actually got any bots, we're going to be absolutely bawling for all the things they need. Although we've still only got 8 heads. How is that even possible? Is he just having to go for miles to get everything? Metal blocks. Don't really want to be prioritising everything, but that was insane. He should have done way more than that by now. 18 hours for 1 head. 18 hours for 4 limbs. And 18 hours for 1 chassis. So it's basically 18 hours for the parts for 1 bot. And then how long does a bot take to build? 36 hours. Yeah, which is why it's a 2-to-1 ratio. And it works out. But that just rely on everything being equally efficient. So it's no good making everything accessible for the assemblers if these guys are just on a go slow. 60% productivity. Tanks and gears. Well, let's be fair, we haven't got... I'll set these to obtain. Yeah, so we built these here so that they wouldn't have to go very far. But then no goods ever made it down here, so they were having to go far. Okay. Night time again. Fun. Got some catalyst. Got some biofuel. Got plenty of extract. Good stuff. Chestnuts. What's our chestnut situation? We never finished doing what we were doing, did we? Where are my chestnuts? Over here. Okay. Get rid of those. There we go, look. That's more like it. Literally couldn't see the wood for the trees. Click, click. And then... gather a flag. Can we now see? I think there was one release. I don't know if they undid it or if I was imagining things. But it sent like the boundary for where they could reach took into account stairs not yet built. Oh my guy, if I build that there, he can get to all of those, look, because I was pointing my finger. Watch down here. Boop. Lovely. Absolutely worthwhile. Yeah, because all that time we've given this guy, he still hasn't cleared these chestnuts. So yeah, he definitely needs some backup on that one, but I think 2 will be plenty. Now... okay, so to solve this situation over here we've got with the pollution, we need to get some paths in place in such a way that's not going to transmit the contamination. So that's going to have to be platforms. So I do like to use terrain for things, but that's going to be no good at all if we just give a new route for the contamination to go through. So we'll get a couple of platforms in here. That wasn't high enough. Paths. It's going to mean moving this bridge again. Does contamination work diagonally? I don't think it does. I don't want to move the bridge too far down because the tapper shack uses it to get to some of these pine trees. Okay. I'm pretty... oh, mind you, I've got one here anyway. Okay. Don't build it. Goodness sake. Okay. We'll get this bridge built and then we can put contamination barriers here, 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 and here. And hopefully then that will actually protect these trees so we don't lose them every bad tide, because that is getting a little bit tiresome. Get some more pine trees in. Oh, 181 planks, so that's going alright. Still not doing ground treated planks, so we definitely need more capacity. And we seem to have reached an equilibrium with the gears. They're not going up, but they're not going down either. So probably want another gear workshop and another treated planks. But then of course once we've built that, we're really going to have to keep an eye on our planks, because I don't want those to start dropping again. Not without good cause anyway. It's understandable they'll start dropping if you build a load of stuff, but I don't want them dropping just because that's what our consumption is. Kind of the incidental consumption going to industry. Right, where can you reach now? That hasn't actually made a fantastic amount of difference. I might as well get rid of these and put oaks in because they can't reach them anyway. Right. There and there. I haven't allowed for any alternate path on this side because I'm a cretin. Two and a 2. Is that even enough? So tile there and tile there, so I'm going to need a path here. Get rid of that. Please. Path, path, path. Contamination barrier here and here. Now the question is it going to come through this land, through this land, through this land, and back up through there anyway? At which point it starts becoming worth building a massive bridge over the top and building contamination barriers just underneath it instead of doing this thing here. Because then if you build it along the top of here, at least you can have single height platforms and not have to go super deep like we're going to here. It is annoying though. Contamination barriers. And I suppose now it's just going to be... Why did I build that one then? Because you can't... Unlike impermeable floors, you can't build paths on top of contamination barriers. Yeah, I just didn't need that one. But I'll leave it in case we end up having to build them all again later. Because I do worry it'll still come through here, come through the floor and come back up. Bots, how are we doing? 14 heads. Okay, so we'll give that a little bit longer. And then we can start getting some bots, and then we can start thinking big. Ah, okay. So we wanted to extend a little bit, didn't we? We wanted another wood workshop, which does just fit in there. Oh, goodness me. Put it in that side just for... Why not? And then a gear workshop. I'm going to put this one here, because then if we do need another wood workshop, we've got the 4 long bit here to do it. Loop. Loop. There we go. They're fed with power from the buildings behind them. Right. How have you not got power? Because of course the refinery has not got power and I forgot. But the refinery will... I was going to say the refinery will transfer power. But that doesn't necessarily... Okay. So what I'm going to do... is kind of what I already did. But I'm going to build the wood workshop here and leave this. But before we build this wood workshop, I'm going to put some underground power in to kind of plan ahead. Once my guys have got the... Look at this. It's like, oh yeah mate, sorry, I know we loaded the explosive, but it's like, it's knocking off time, so don't really have to come back tomorrow and do that. On a day rate. That one grilled chestnut, but at least we are building up our chestnut supply now, which we weren't before, so. That's one. Yep. 3 of them to lay 3 bits of dynamite. Absolute shocking. You should have agreed job rate before this started. Click. Get a path over that, and then Build a wood workshop on top. And if we want another one on the other side at some point, we've got a power sat there waiting for it. Can't believe I forgot the refineries don't actually use. Oh, I do have biofuel. Nice. Absolutely ready to go on the old biofuel then, which means we'll now be stockpiling our Spadadoc. Good stuff. Grilled Spadadoc's coming on nicely. Potatoes are pretty much unaffected. Excellent stuff. Do I just go ahead and build another lumber mill while we're at it? Because I've increased our demand for planks without actually increasing our number of planks. Yeah, you can never have too many planks. The drought was coming in, not a bad tide, so we won't quite find out, but at least we've got a bit more protection over this side. Even if it saves a couple more rows of trees, it was worth it, but gosh. Where do we want to get some more pine trees in? Because I'm tempted to build this out and put some more pine trees on it, but I can't remember how contamination works with the air gap. I'm going to do it. I'm going to build out some land so I can put some pine trees on it. And I'll leave the air gap so that, or the water gap, so that if it does start creeping across, I can drop some contamination barriers down into the gap that I've left, which ought to be enough to stop it. We shall see. Contamination is very persistent. It's creepsy. I mean, had I thought about it correctly in advance, I would have just done a double thick skin on this wall, and then I could have had contamination barriers and then the path down the outside and everything would have been fine. But in the haste to get it done, because we were running out of any fresh water, just didn't. And what's stopping me doing it now? Don't know. Sheer mindedness, sheer bloody mindedness, it seems. And that's probably not a very good place for that. So, although it's handy at the moment because we're building this out, so once they've done this, I might delete that. What was our? Yeah, so I'll probably get rid of that and then build an underground pile somewhere. Yeah, they're making short work of that without dirt being there, so that is handy, but it's not really necessary for it to be there much longer. Where have they all gone? Oh, there's no dirt in there. They've gone to get some dirt. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. So the builders have gone to get dirt while the haulers are bringing dirt. Nearly done. Trees. Pine. Schnick. Oh, come on, just that last one to do. Pretty sure that forest can reach, but I should check, shouldn't I, really? Yeah, we're good. Builders clearly coming back in the morning to fill that. Fast forward 3 weeks and they've not come back to put the last nail in. Not that I'm actively perpetuating a stereotype or anything, but come on! Yeah, planks is still going up. Treated planks is going up better now. Gears still seem to be. Perhaps I've just not given it enough time for this to kick in yet. How are we doing for power? Oh, that's not great, is it? Ooh, they're getting quite low. Time to get some more windmills in, I think. Not even windmills. Wind turbines. What's going on? Yeah, so we'll flatten this out, expand our windmills because these are not getting back up to the top anymore. And that's with the night cycle. So once we've got bots and they're working 24/7, we have not got enough power. How are we doing? 19 heads, 19. Yeah, okay. That's all happening now. Come back over here. Get rid of that. Thank you very much. Plant some more pine trees. Good stuff. Right, power. First things first, gotta make some space. So these need a gap of 2 in between them. Well, there's gonna be some disruption building this. Because we're gonna have to cut off our power to build the power. Only in one place, it's not like we can just have... Oh, we won't have to because we can come out from this one. And then all the new ones connect them together. So yeah, we won't have to disconnect the gravity batteries. Although by the time we've done this, they'll probably have run out anyway, the rate things are going. So get this in. I'm not sure, I'll have to go and check at the other end to see if we've got a way on top of this section here. Okay. So get rid of all those like that. And then... Where are we? Okay, we'll get rid of this one for now. Up there, up there. Just put the path in because now we can build dynamite on top of paths. We don't have to be quite so careful about it. Just blow up the path behind us. Okay, we'll just get rid of this now because then they can get to those middle bits. Cool. Yeah, we'll make short work of flattening all this out. And then we'll have plenty of space for our new windmills. Brackets, wind turbines. Nice. We shall leave them doing that. I shall be back in 1 second. And I'm back. Okay, so we've got very much enough parts for 20 bots now. So I think after this... Okay, what's holding them up here? Oh, nothing, I just didn't give them enough time. Yeah, so I think once we've got this out of the way, it's probably time to start building bots, or at least getting enough bots in that can build bots for us. We won't rely on them too much until we see how our resources are balancing out. But yeah, I think bots building bots. And then if we can get bots doing the dangerous jobs. I'm probably in a good place to be doing that about now. Oh, they've done all this. Start with a little bit of a domino rally boom. No, I missed a trick there. I didn't put my headphones back on, so I couldn't hear the booms. Lovely. Okay, do I need to make any more space? While we're up here, we should probably clear some more of this, so get rid of that. Get rid of that with some 2s. Can we reach all of that? Probably not. We'll see where that leaves us. Just so we've got a little bit more wiggle room around this side for paths and power shafts and the like. Because I did say I was going to come off of these potentially. Oh, now I've decided I'm doing bots. I'm quite keen to get doing the bots. But it's no good about the power. We need to sort the power situation out. Yeah, because they're not going back up, are they? We have got a lot of power stored. But that's only going to do us so far if we're never quite replenishing it overnight. I don't think we've got any log storage near to any of our wood guys. So we're losing out quite a lot on efficiency there. Probably have to resolve that situation. Have we got space here? No, nowhere near. Nowhere near enough space. Here? Yes. Get that in there. Get that set to logs. It's only half our planks, but hopefully it'll increase efficiencies enough if we put this to obtain as well, because it is quite important that we have the logs over here. Where are the nearest logs? Oh, they would be there, but they're not. What of our... Got plenty of trees in the wood farm. Might be time to get another lumberjack in over here. Yeah, get one in the middle somewhere. Because we've got one at this end, one at this end, so we'll get one in the middle. That was handy. Clear a little space for us. If you just move those logs, that'd be fantastic. Thank you. Oh, I was building that before I'd even put it down. That was insane. Yeah. Make better use of those logs over there. Just to up the production a little bit. Because I think we're only just keeping up. Okay, windmills. Wind turbines. Boom. Boom. Absolute boom. Get rid of the ladders. Get rid of this little stubby bit. Not that. Okay, we're going to want power, so... Can I build one of these here? I mean, no, because I've got all that land and stuff. I think in theory I could, yeah, so if I clear some of that out of the way. Oh, but if I've got this here. Because we ran into an issue where we couldn't put stairs. But I think that was on the smaller windmills, where you can't, if you can put a platform underneath, but they can't walk along the top of the platform. Like you can put literally nothing on top of the platform, not in the land. But that is not the case with these larger windmills. So we will be able to put a platform here and still have a wind turbine here. I know they call them windmills, but I refuse because they're not windmills. So we'll get this little platform in just so they can get this dynamite in. And then I think we'll be able to get a wind turbine in here. And then start the new, like get the power shaft across and start the new pattern, moving down, get us some extra capacity. So it's night time. What uses power at night? Oh, nothing. Yeah, so they are going back up. It's kind of, they are going up a bit at night, but it's definitely trending downwards, which we don't want. And all it takes is for the wind to stop, and then that's that. Come on, guys, let's get this done. I want to go and start making some bots. I just know if I go off and start making bots, I'll forget all about this over here until we've run out of power. Ready? Boom! Excellent. Now this ought to fit in. Yes. Good job. Get rid of that. Get rid of that and isolate a load of our people. / beavers. And then put the power in underneath. Thank you. Remember to put the road, because otherwise the platform will be meaningless. I'm going through a process at the moment where I'm gradually blocking notifications, because I realised about 3/4 of the notifications I get in a day are absolutely pointless to me. I just had one that eBay says, "Did you know?" Mate, I went on once to buy something that I needed. I'm not going to come back every day to use eBay. It's not that kind of place. So stop going, "Did you know?" I'm not going to magically think, "Oh, I need a new headlight." Somehow it got to the point where, as much as we hated spam email, we will gradually install apps that can give us spam notifications and be like, "Oh, that's handy, thank you. I've had enough." I think it might be streaming that made me realise, because I'd be sat streaming and my phone or my watch would just be going bzz, 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 bzz. And it was nothing, it was never anything. It's just done it again. What was it this time? I've just dismissed an eBay notification telling me it's free to sell. And they've now given me a code for 15% off selected stores. I'm absolutely full of rage about it. Not quite at the point where I'm going to get like a Nokia, like an old 3310, because smartphones are undeniably useful. But I am getting a little bit irritated that they seem to think I'm there for them, not the other way around. It's like, "Oi, oi, oi," give us attention, rather than me being like, "Oh, I wonder what time it is. I wonder what the traffic is like," and then go and have a look. Always fighting for your attention. A Timberborn stream seems like a strange place to make slightly obvious observations about the modern world, but I'm the one with the mic. And the wrist that keeps buzzing for no good reason. I'll tell you what makes me not scared of AI. The fact that Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the world, absolute market leader in all things, that kind of thing, and they will still send me reminders and try and sell me something that I've already bought from them. It's So yeah, I was looking for a desk. And I bought one. I now have a desk. You have the information to know I've got a desk. Why are you trying to sell me a desk? How many desks do you think I need? And don't even get me started on people who park across 2 spaces. No, I'm joking. I'm not about to start ranting about everything in the world. And believe me, I could. But I'm not going to. Trying to get into some kind of pattern, into some kind of grid system. Because these ones that exist, I built them in purely because we had to build this line anyway, so I put them as the joints because they're just handy. It's a good place to have them, but they're not necessarily in any kind of order. So as we come out here, I'm going to start converting this to like a 2x2 grid. Where are we on this? Oh dear. Yeah, I think we're getting to this at about the right time. Start giving the wind turbines a bit more oomph. Yeah, now we get to here, we can start coming out and getting some serious numbers involved. Build them in such a way that we don't block the beavers getting to them. Because if you just build a big grid and put all your power lines in, you've got power shafts in, you will quite often strand a beaver, which apparently can't hop over a power shaft. So we'll just take our time with it. Not sure how far I'm going to go with it. How are we doing for planks? Man, we've got 10 planks already. I mean, to be fair, these do take 40 planks and 20 gears, which is like 60 planks. So it's not like I don't know where they're going. But I'm not getting on top of this plank situation at all. When I did the thumbnail for our last stream, I put plank apocalypse. And we're still in it. Isn't it coming back? Right. So that's Bing. Somehow got Bing on my phone. That's another app that's going to have its notifications seriously curtailed because that tells me more things than I care about during the day. I'm pretty sure every time it sends a notification, it classes that as someone using Bing for its shareholders meeting or something. Bing had 30 million customers last month. Yeah, but 25 million of them were people that you just pinged with notifications they didn't want. I installed the Gemini voice assistant on my phone, like the Google version of ChatGPT, and it replaces the normal Google Assistant because the normal Google Assistant just seemed to be getting more and more stupid as time went on. So I replaced it with the Gemini one. I was like, oh, this would be good because it was better natural language and things. I can't play music in my car when my phone's locked. It used to be that I could just shout at my phone and get some music playing, and now it goes, sure, I can help you with that, just unlock your phone. Didn't have to do that on my old Google Assistant, the stupid one. She might not always understand me, but at least she could play me some music. I think the trouble is, the old Google Assistant was a very pleasant female voice, and she would, like, I would ask her to play some music, and she would go, okay, and she would do her best. The new one, some blokey voice, and he's like, well, I could help with that, but I'm not going to. Some accidental gender bias built into their AI models there somewhere. A woman will say she's going to help and she'll absolutely do her best. A bloke saying he's going to help and he just won't. He'll just say he will. Just get this one here done and then I can put the power shaft in. And I know they could come around here to build the power shaft, but I don't trust him not to go in there as the power shaft is built and then not be able to get back out again. Of course, we're waiting for planks. How are the batteries doing now? What's the power situation like? Yeah, I mean, they are going very slowly. Oh my gosh. How have we even survived this long? Because we must be we're getting close to having double the number of wind turbines that we had before, but we're not doing really any better with the power situation. I will generally build like a massive, ridiculous power wheel thing. Like where I build all the water going into one place really high up and then have it going down this massive construction with power wheels, and it's like, wow, look at all the power this I will never need. But I've been moving away to that towards kind of wind turbines and batteries because it seems like the better way of doing it. Until it's not. Okay, see what this notification was. Okay, so that one was my doorbell because somebody walked by in the zone that I've set not to paying any attention to. Technology. I'm under like no illusions at all that anyone's interested in what notifications I'm getting, but it's just look how many notifications I'm getting. Right, so the wind turbines. How are these doing? Are we still above 20,000? 25,000? What time of day is it? It's coming up to night time. What's supply demand like? I think we are going to need some more ultimately, but for now, because I don't think the wind's blowing very hard. Okay, so down comes the usage. Then these batteries. Oh, I can't look at that one, that's not a very good example. There we go. Okay. I think that's got us in a better place. I mean, more would be better, but I am very conscious of a plank thing, so I might give it a little rest. Replenish the planks a little bit and then come back and do some more. I mean, this one's not even connected to the system yet, so that's 173 we're not getting. 4 more planks for this guy. Oh, so that means that one's not connected either. Okay. Yeah, so we have got 3 turbines nearly complete, or complete that aren't on the system yet. One more plank. Right, we'll let this one get finished and then I'm going across and we're doing it. We're starting on the bots. I don't remember them being that colour. Bot limbs, bot chassis, bot heads. So we've got enough in reserve for 30 bots, which will be plenty to get to the point where both our assemblers and all our factories are bots, which will obviously ramp up production significantly. Cool, 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 cool. Oh, this is from when I was blowing out this channel to drain all the bad water off. We don't really need that anymore. But we'll take care of that when we get to it. Nice. So 2,000 on what doesn't look like a particularly windy day. Where is this at? 25. And that's at the end of the day. Yeah, I think we're trending upwards. Hopefully we'll get a few windier days and that'll start pulling up. But we'll come back and check that once we've done this. So we'll get rid of these roads, the paths that we built on top of here. Thank you, please. That's not doing anything, is it? Get rid of that. Some double platforms. And then... science. I'm actually burning through the science. So I deleted the observatory and forgot about it. Oh, I say burning, we've still got 47. Okay, so we're not desperate for science quite yet. Oh, to say we didn't have any planks, they flew through those platforms. Might have to have a little while without building anything, just to see how quickly we can get the planks to go up. When we're not just taking them all the time. Oh, yeah, 200 planks for these, I forgot. We'll have to have a bit of time where we're not using up all the planks, as I'm placing down the requirement for 200 planks that we haven't got. But look how many lumber mills we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lumber mills on the go, and we're not keeping up with planks. 91 gears, where have all they gone? They've gone away without me noticing. That will be because we're constantly using them here, which is where most of our treated planks are going. Has this storage got any? Got 2 gears in there. Yeah. Did these use gears? Oh yeah, they use 20 gears each, so that's what we've done. We burnt. I was so focused on the planks I didn't realise we're burning through our gears building these as well. So I built all this storage for stockpiling, which to be fair, our food, which was mostly what it was for, that's really taken advantage of the stockpiling. We're really solid for food now, so even if something goes really wrong with our food production, we should have plenty of time to recover from it and start producing new food before we run out of our storage, which is always a nice place to be. If they ever introduce spoilage into this game like they have with Timberborn, I don't know what I'm going to do. Because my entire process is just make more than you need and save it, which you can't do in Timberborn anymore. Not that I particularly played Timberborn. There were just certain things about the time you needed. You couldn't just have one region because you needed resources from multiple regions, but by the time you were ready to get... Oh, come on, we need some wind. By the time you were ready to get more regions, the Baron had got them all, and then if you went to try and get any, he would just turn up with more soldiers than your population. I mean, I love the game and there's some beautiful things about it, but unless you're happy just to sit on a region, I wasn't the guy for that mission. I was never very good at Warcraft, like the original Warcraft, because I would just want to build a little city with like loads of defense and loads of resources and not go on the offensive, and that game really punished you not going the offensive. You could think you were the strongest little stronghold in the world, but then your mate who just spent all his resources on offense and nothing on defense would just come and kill you. I like it when there's multiple ways to win a game. In Warcraft always seemed like there wasn't. There's a game called Stars, and it was really weird because it wasn't graphically amazing, but you got to define a species at the beginning. I think it was Stars ! You got to define something at the beginning, your species at the beginning, like how fast you bred and how your resource thing was and everything. And then you go between star systems, and you could do things like email the turn to somebody, or literally save the turn to a floppy disk, and then they will put the floppy disk in and load the turn. You could play by mail, basically. Or you could just play on the same computer as what we always did. But once you realised that as long as you went fully in on reproduction rate and resource collection, you basically won. And if you... I think there was radiation as well. If you could sustain radiation, basically so you could just go to any star and just populate it really quickly and move on again. It was fantastic. Was it called Stars? Just googling Stars wasn't really going to get me anywhere, was it? Yeah, there it is. It was produced by Empire. So I'm now thinking if I can drag something onto screen to show you, but I'm not really set up for it. Oh, it's absolutely going to be worth it though. Let me just get past various cookie. This isn't going to be worth it, but I've decided I'm doing it now, so I'm doing it. So you'll have to excuse me if anything goes mental as I try and do this. Where did I save that to? That's the one. So can you guys see that? Yeah. So it's this game called Stars, and you would literally travel between the star systems and like make claim and do resource stuff. It was crazy. Like proper mid to late 90s game. It was awesome. Yeah, but once you'd back to my original point, it was one of those where once you worked out that if you went for resources and population growth, you'd just won. There's nothing you could do about it. I do like there's been multiple ways to play a game that are all equally valid. I know it's a lot about the game balance. That's my struggle with Timberborn at the moment. It's like Timberborners. Oh, that's showing my RCE fandom there. Timberborn. You don't have to grow, you don't have to do bots, you don't have to go particularly hard on industry. You can work within the map or you can terraform the map. I think that's what I like about it. If you watch different YouTubers like I do playing Timberborn, and you confirm like what Biffa will do to what RCE will do to what Skystorm and Vainglorious. It's like a different game depending on who's playing it. It's crazy. And there seems to be a lot of that with Satisfactory at the moment as well. Whereas I watch a few streamers who play Satisfactory and like bits versus kibits. The way they build is so different. It's insane. That's happening. Oh my god, have we got bots? Is this our first bots being built? Because we haven't got any, have we? Oh, we've got one! Hello! Where are you, little man? Timberbot. Whoop! Look at him go! Well, don't get too excited because you're here to work. So once we've got two, because these are obviously working in pairs, I probably do need to get an observatory back now because I'm going to start eating into the science unlocking bots. How are we doing? 96%, 82%? Come on, my guy. There we go, 2 bots. Thank you, please. Get some bots making bots. Absolute botception. Nice. How are... Oh no, that hasn't worked. Oh my gosh. I mean, I know we just need a few good days, but goodness me. Have we got anywhere? See, we get quite a good, strong current here. And we're in a drought, so it's not a very good place to look. But most of our drainage is here, which is miles away. Some here, which is miles away. So we haven't really got anywhere that I'm super keen to start sticking power wheels in. At least the plank situation is recovering now. To say we've just spent 200 on these. Oh, got an extra spare bot. Exciting stuff. And in there. Oh, bots making bots. So with our first bots built and our bots making bots, first thing is going to be get each of these factories of bots, which is only 3 more bots, and now we've got bots making bots. That should happen pretty quickly. Monitor the log situation, monitor this power situation. I don't mean logs, I mean planks. I'm producing 4,000. Do we ever use 4,000? No. So our main issue at the moment is when the wind stops blowing. So we need more power just so these will recharge quicker. Because obviously not recharging quickly enough. Yeah, 4,500 now. So we're not far off, I don't think, what we need, but we do need more. So we'll get onto that. But guys, you know what? For now, I think we've made good progress. Got a little bit more of everything. Except arguably planks, but we're producing more, we just used them. Got bots underway, so once we've got bots producing our dirt and our explosives, and it frees up our beavers, yeah, we can start seriously looking at greening the map, I think. Or at least taking control of the terrain. Nice. Well, if you've enjoyed the progress and you want to see where we go next, or you just want to do me a solid, any kind of follow or like or comment or subscribe or hashtag engagement you want to engage in, always appreciated. But for now, I think we're gonna call that a day. Hope you have a good one, guys, and I shall see you next time.